And so what that does is it gives you less like wood contact with a lot of the wine. Helps the fruit kind of come through a lot better. So particularly with this, with Shiraz, which is known for being quite fruity, like kind of big sort of sweetness at the front end, helps with that kind of development of that first flavour. And on top of that as well, there's a little bit of Viognier in there. Viognier is a bit of a weird mix-up where it's like, it's this white grape that's pretty aromatic, it's a bit lighter, and we do it as a co-ferment, which means you mix it as juice. Guys, how are you today? Sorry,
Yep.
I know I'm not doing it. Yeah, 3.
We found the toilets.
Where's the map? Oh, finally.
Yeah, the lady who arranged the whole thing.
All right.
No, pictures, Mum.
Hey, and for you guys, did you?
It's a long speech he says in that film. Oh,
It is a long speech.
Which one?
Copies for the freedom.
It's antique to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Used to be like holes or a box and do the purchasing.
Little tawny port, however, we can't call it port because of those regional rules back in 2000.
Yeah.
So it's a tawny. But the tawny port component of it has been in barrel for 10 years. And then we have some other bits that are added to it, but we've had them in barrel for like years and years and years and years. So I'm not sure exactly what the end age is. So there's a muscat and a fortified Cabernet and a Tokay that are added to it. So it's predominantly that port that was in barrel for 10 years. And I'm going to try and get some tiny tastes out of this because we only give a little bit anyway, but I can top up with our tasting stock if we haven't got quite enough. So it makes a good little gift because it's in a lovely little decanter, nice little gift box. You can refill the decanter at the end, of course. Medium-bodied style. So there's a lot of Shiraz, sparkling Shiraz around the area, but often, mostly, they're richer styles from the smaller places. And when you go to, apparently, someone told me the other day, when you go to one of the really big ones, they're kind of weak and watery, more like a soft drink rather than a wine, which might be good. So this one has some sweetness.
It's going to be hard to buy. I've no choice, you know what I mean?
Very much, very much sort of raspberry flavours coming through. It goes really well at Christmas time with your turkey and cranberry sauce and your pudding and all that stuff.
Alright,
So I had to spill when I lean out like this, so I thought the Torah would be good. So I told you where that old Riesling is growing. So this is the rest of that vineyard plus 5 rows on your right as you came in.
Yep.
And down beside the cricket oval.
Oh, beautiful.
So yeah, so just nice and close. These vines were planted 25 years ago when John Geber, the current owner, had already bought the property.
Yep.
A GSM.
Yes.
So lots of these in the area. Some of them, well, all of them will be different proportions. This is 50% of the Grenache,
Yep.
32 of the Shiraz, and 18 of the Mourvèdre. And Mourvèdre is just the French clone of a grape also called Mataro. So it depends where you are as to which clone they have and what they'll call it. But they have the same flavours, obviously, because it's the same grape. So you can expect it to be lighter.
How close is this one to the school block? Because school block is a GSM as well. That's got.
I don't know what their proportions are.
I know.
And everyone is very similar, or yeah. So some can be an SMG,
Yeah.
you know. But so generally we make our rosé from Grenache. However, this year we must have been short on Grenache.
Yeah.
Grenache is a lighter grape, so lighter red. So we made it from Cabernet and Merlot. So this has the first, same process at the beginning as a normal red Cabernet and Merlot do.
Yeah.
So pick it, crush it, destem it, put it into our small open fermenters with all its skins and seeds. Skins and seeds float to the top because they're light. So sharp and crisp, very citrusy. This has got the citrus, but it's softer acid, so not quite as sharp and crisp, which may be a good thing for you guys. So see how you go. Some people love it, some people don't because they like that real sharpness, but I think it's...
So this is more the drier side?
It's very dry, yes, but it's not as acidic
Yep.
as that crisp sharpness you get in a Riesling. So see how you go with it. Still goes really well. We've got everything else, like seafood, that kind of thing. Are 104? Yeah. So very old vines. Old vines have really big root systems, so they put a lot back into their fruit because they've been searching for water for many, many years.
Yeah.
And back then they didn't have any irrigation or anything, so they put a lot of flavour back in, but they do smaller crops and smaller berries. So if you were producing for like quantity, like a big company probably wants more quantity, they would not have vines over about 40 years old, because about that age they're really starting to drop off. Anything from 35 on can be considered an old vine, and anywhere around the 35-40 mark they really drop production. So it's only the smaller places, big building, smaller production for us. So bit or tip, anything you don't want. Is 60% of the Chardonnay and 40 of the Pinot Noir.
Yeah, I like it.
So it's a nice blend, nice and citrusy, creamy on the palate.
Yeah, no worries at all, guys.
No, it's not. She's not drinking.
That's why you're a drinker, so you eat more.
Just
Enjoy it.
just taste to enjoy it. That's why it's called tastering. Yes. No, I was going to say it's really nice up here.
It's magnificent. This is one of the best five wineries in Australia, apparently.
Oh yes, I know this one. This is the one Kerry told me to not vomit in the car,
Oh, okay.
and I vomit in the bushes instead.
So you vaguely remember it.
Take some.
good perspective.
Remember the olive trees? Yeah. These haven't changed one bit. This guy here, he's one who confirmed it and then he cancelled it on the last minute that day. Do you know what I mean?
These
Yep.
migrants,
Yep.
all kids from India and
Yep.
Port Augusta.
Yep.
That's where I started. And,